a Disney princess transformation in Gacha Studio, I believe. So I wanted to go ahead and check it out with the Powerpuff Girls because they have a special place in my heart. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with a girl. The skin tone, I think we'll start off like I did in my Sim series. We'll go ahead and start off with Blossom. I would say her skin tone is about like this color, so we'll go with that. We can go ahead and change the height so we can make her like super tall. Since they're Powerpuff Girls, they need to be really short. We're just gonna go with that. And oh my gosh, we could give them blush. That sounds adorable. Maybe like that blush. I think that looks super cute. We could also change the pose. So I think for Blossom, we could make her look a little bit more independent, like she's the leader and all of that stuff. So we're gonna go with that. So for her hair, she obviously has like her hair in a beautiful red ponytail. Now, I'm not sure if they have an option like that here in Gacha Life. So let's see what we have going on. All the Gacha games, their hair is kind of weird because it's like in different sections. So it's like, I don't know what to choose. Like what's a good option? I don't know. But I do know that her bangs are like straight like this. So we might go for something like that. Oh, that looks adorable for Bubble. So I'll keep that in mind. But for Blossom, we want to go for something, just something really simple because yes, maybe something like that. Back hair. Let's see if there's like a ponytail that we could use. Maybe something like that. I was kind of hoping for like a higher up ponytail though, but I'm not quite seeing that as an option. So this one it is. Let's move on to the front hair. So this would be her bangs, and I think those are perfect. Now we definitely need to change the colors. So, oh, there's a ponytail right here. Whoops. Well, we're definitely gonna go with that one, which means we don't need this back hair anymore now, do we? I'll just use this. That way it just tapers off at the end. Now, for colors, we have a bunch of different options. So I'm kind of thinking we'll go with that one for right now. Now there's a fade. Not sure what that's all about. Oh, I see. So you could give it like a more reddish vibe. Oh, I like that. I like that already. And then for the tips, I think we'll go with that just to give it a little bit of highlight. And then accessories, we definitely want to change that to be a beautiful pink color. So far, we have the hair down. We have the body type down. Now I think we need to go ahead and switch this up. She doesn't wear glasses, so we'll go ahead and get rid of those. Although I'm not sure if there's any other options we can look at here. Are these headbands? No, those are eye patches. We don't want that. Okay, we're not going to use any of that, but we are going to change her eye color because she has pink eyes, of course. I want to go ahead and give her some pupils as well. I think that would be ideal. So we'll go ahead and give her the big pupils. I'll change that to a black color. Perfect. And then for the mouth, I'd say she'd be really happy. Maybe something like that. Or maybe even like that. She's so cute. Whoa! What in the world? There's animated mouths. Can you imagine? Just like constantly talking. Okay, no, we're gonna relax. I think that one looks super cute. So we'll go with that one. And then we have accessories. And I was kind of thinking about giving her blush, but she already has blush, so we don't even need this anymore. Which is great. Oh my gosh, but we could give her that. That'd be so cute. Hopefully we can change the color. I was kind of hoping we could, but it doesn't seem like we can. I was kind of hoping to change it to be like a more pink color, but since we can't, I think we'll just go ahead and skip on that. We could give her a heart. That would be adorable, but I think we're just skip on that. Let's move on to the clothes, the classic Powerpuff Girls outfit, which is their color theme and then like a black stripe down the middle. Now, is that an option here in Gacha Life? Maybe we could use something like that, or maybe something like this. What do you guys think? I don't want to have too many stripes. We just want the one stripe, the signature classic look for the Powerpuff Girls. Let's go ahead and change the pants. Can we change the pants to be a skirt? That would be great. But we could give her like little kitty stockings. That would be adorable. What about the belt? Ah, here we go. So the belt is how we can change their skirt. I'm kind of debating on which skirt to use though. Actually, I think this one would be perfect, or this one. Now I don't know which one to choose. I kind of like this one. I think it looks adorable. Let's change the color, shall we? I'm kind of debating on which skirt to use though. Actually, I think this one would be perfect, or this one. Now I don't know which one to choose. I kind of like this one. I think it looks adorable. Let's change the color, shall we? So for the skirt, we want to definitely change that to be a pink color. For the shirt, we also want to change that to be pink as well. And then I don't think she wears gloves, actually. I think we'll just give her some little wristbands. And I'm not sure where this is coming from, and it's kind of bothering me. Anyways, let's just go ahead. Actually, we need to give them sleeveless, but it's really bothering me though because this will not change, which is definitely a problem. Aha, here it is, scarf. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And we can go ahead and give them some accessories, maybe a bow, or we could give them a choker. Oh, I love that one. I'll go ahead and change the color of that. Oh my goodness, she is looking so cute already. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have hats. Don't think Blossom wears a hat. We could give her some headphones, some random accessories like that, but I think she has enough bows on her head. We could give them a cape. That would be cool. Whoa, how cool would that be? She could have wings. That's pretty awesome, but we're not gonna give them a cape or wings or a tail, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we should give them a prop to represent their personality. For Blossom, I think maybe we could give her like a book, if that's even an option. Here it is, yay. I'm gonna go back because I didn't change her shoes. We could give her shoes with bows. That's adorable. And I think for the stockings, we could make them striped. I didn't even know you could do that. I was gonna say, I think we'll just make them plain white like so. And you guys, here is Blossom looking super adorable. Let's change the profile so her name blocks. Her name do that. I was gonna say, I think we'll just make them plain white like so. And you guys, here is Blossom looking super adorable. Let's change the profile so her name blocks. Her name is going to be Blossom. Her relationship, well, she's a sister. Younger sister, no, well, they're all kind of like triplets. Can I just have sister? Is that a thing we can do? Why is that not a thing we can do? Alrighty, well, since we can't just do sister, I guess we'll just go ahead and make them all friends. Personality, we can make her happy, sweet, heroic. Yeah, I think that describes her perfectly. An occupation, can we make her a hero? Yes, we can. What is this? Ooh, we can make her birthday, favorite food, favorite color. We're not gonna do that.